We begin with wildfires threatening much of the prairies. There are now 16 active fires in Saskatchewan. Thousands of people have been forced to leave their communities behind, many of them from remote First Nations in the province's north.
These are first and foremost incredibly stressful and challenging times for those that are living in the north. Those that may have been evacuated already or are preparing to and facing evacuation, and we may see some additional evacuation in the days ahead.
The Métis Nation government has joined the province in declaring a state of emergency. Peter Ballantyne Cree Nation has now ordered the community of Sturgeon Landing to leave, and the largest community under an evacuation order is Pelican Narrows, where 4,000 people were forced to flee the area. Alexander Silberman joins us now from the First Nation of Montreal Lake in northern Saskatchewan. Alexander, sounds like a pretty dire situation there. Can you bring us the latest on the situation in the entire province of Saskatchewan?
Well, the conditions on the ground here, Deanna, are just not cooperating. That was what we heard from Premier Scott Moe and the province's top fire officials, who said that the next few days will be absolutely critical, all about just holding the line and waiting until they can get some help from the weather, some desperately needed rain, and also some calmer winds, which are making things really challenging for crews on the ground. Upwards of 8,000 people in Saskatchewan have now been forced to flee their homes and evacuate. The largest, like you said, is the community of Pelican Narrows, and more evacuations are happening. Earlier today, the community of Sturgeon Landing, right on the border with Manitoba, was evacuated, and we heard during that news conference just moments ago, Premier Scott Moe warning that more people will likely be forced to evacuate if these hot, dry conditions continue, and there's just no relief in sight for fire crews on the ground. Moe went on to say there that this will create challenges. We're talking about large amounts of people, all heading to relatively small communities. You look at Prince Albert, city of about 35,000 people. The hotels there are already pretty full. So the premier saying this is going to be a big challenge in the coming days if there's more evacuations. Take a listen to what he had to say on that.
Resources that we have today to support evacuees are still present. However, they're going to become increasingly tight in the days ahead. But it's going to be an all hands on deck, using every available resource that we have, whatever that might be at the community, provincial, and federal level.
So Moe there saying that more resources will be available to help evacuees as more people are forced to flee. We also got an update about the scale of the crews that are here on the ground and the support from other jurisdictions. A lot of firefighting crews on the ground here for some fires that are massive in scale. We heard that there are 220 firefighters, level 3 firefighters with the province that are on the ground. There's also an additional 410 Indigenous firefighters from many of the First Nations in the far north, and there's also relief from several other jurisdictions as well, particularly when it comes to water bombers. We heard that there's water bomber crews from Yukon, Quebec, Alaska, and Oregon, all helping to fight these fires here in Saskatchewan under these incredibly difficult conditions.
Now, Alex, as I'm watching where you are right now, you can see how dry it is. Really, people just needing that relief from rain. You got a chance to speak to some people in Montreal Lake where you are. What do they have to say?
Well, this is a community, Deanna, that knows these fires and the experience of evacuating all too well. In 2015, which was a very difficult year for fires in Saskatchewan, the entire community of Montreal Lake was evacuated, all 1,500 residents at the time. And many of the folks here still have those memories fresh in their minds. A number of homes in the community were destroyed by the fire. People here are pretty worried. You can see the air is thick with smoke. That's because there's a large fire in the community of Weyakwen, not too far from here, all of that smoke blowing over, and there's actually a number of evacuees, several families from Weyakwen that have been displaced here after they were forced to evacuate. The air quality here is also making life difficult for residents in Montreal Lake. I spoke with one resident earlier whose mother, who's an elder here, has been having difficulty breathing. She was actually at this general store behind me buying some cough syrup because she has a pretty bad cough from the air quality. Have a listen to what a couple of those residents told me about the mood in the community right now.
I haven't gone up north. We're not allowed to go there. My cabin's burnt down in East Road.
Just the one that if the wind shifts, then we have to be cautious, then I think we're ready for it.
People here in Montreal Lake just desperately hoping for some rain, some relief. It's just been hot and dry every single day. Those wind gusts not very favorable, blowing the fire in different directions. And people really here are hoping that they'll be able to stay in the community and there will be some relief in sight. Deanna?
Alexander, thank you so much for your reporting. That's CBC's Alexander Silberman in Montreal Lake First Nation in Saskatchewan. Now, for more on this situation in Saskatchewan, we have Weldon McCallum in Prince Albert. He's the evacuation coordinator for Peter Ballantyne Cree Nation. Weldon, thank you so much for making time for us during such a challenging time for you and your community.
Yes, thank you very much for having us join you on CBC. I'm here in Prince Albert. I'm the PBCN evacuation coordinator for the city of Prince Albert. And our main location is behind me here, the Prince Albert Exhibition Center. So, yeah.
Weldon, I can see how sunny and dry it is where you are. Tell us about what your community is experiencing in regards to wildfires.
Our community of Pelican Narrows is completely surrounded by wildfires. We have there's three wildfires burning around my community of Pelican Narrows, and it looks like they're all joining. There's a high chance that they could all combine into one big fire. The fire that's burning right now completely surrounded Pelican Narrows, and I'm really thankful for the fire protection team. With their best efforts to protect infrastructures from catching fire. It's pretty hard, to go on each day, knowing, not knowing that my house will be standing up the next morning, because I live on the north end of town, which is near where the forest starts. So it's pretty hard for all of us, not only for myself, but a lot of our frontline staff as well.
Mm-hmm. Weldon, you're, of course, evacuation coordinator. You're helping keep people safe and making sure that people leave on time. But tell us more about what has happened to your home and how you're coping with it. You were telling us that your home is right on the edge of the forest, so close to those encroaching fires that, as you said, are becoming one giant fire. What happened to your home?
My home is still safe right now. I believe the fire protection team and all the personnel are able to prevent the fire from reaching within the community, but our homes are still at risk, and it's pretty hard to keep a lot of our emotions at bay, and trying to do our best while serving our community and our members, because it's not only our community of Pelican Narrows that's affected, it's also other surrounding neighboring communities of PBCN, such as Misk Lake, Birds Portage, and other communities that are blocked, that our access roads are blocked by other fires within the area. So so we're housing everybody in Prince Albert and Saskatoon and surrounding areas, and also it's a combined effort between all our interagencies, and we are very thankful for the donations, especially in the city of Prince Albert, the donations that we have received. We're so grateful for them. And we can only do our best. We don't know when we will be able to go home, because we don't know when. I don't think there's any forecast in the rain. So, and it's really, really hot and dry out here. As you can see, there's a lot of smoke, and so I really feel for the people that are trapped in our other communities that are, having to live through the smoke and stuff. Because we have adults that are working, we have elders that are stuck, and our pets and everybody else. But with I know my Cree Nation, Peter Ballantyne Cree Nation, is a resilient Cree Nation, and we're strong people. When in times of crisis, we come together and we work as one. So that's one thing that I'm really, really proud about.
Absolutely. Much to be proud of there. Weldon, while we still have you, you talked about how the Prince Albert citizens are helping and everything that they're providing. What would you say is needed in terms of whether it's food, whether it's shelter, whether it's human power to help people to work with coordinators like you? What would you like people to know in terms of what's needed to help your community and other communities?
We have received such a great amount of donations in areas of food, clothing, water, snacks. The city of Prince Albert really supported our Cree Nation and this evacuation. I mean, I've been keeping a list, and it's not only the businesses, but also I want to send my appreciation out to the private donators of Prince Albert and surrounding areas. There's small towns that have driven to Prince Albert to donate what they could and everything like that. We're very thankful for the exhibition center and the city of Prince Albert and all the facilities and businesses that have contributed so far. We've gotten baby clothes, baby supplies, and all kinds of donations, and especially from smaller businesses as well. They've all come forward. So we are coping as best as we can, and we are. Our main location, as I said, is the Prince Albert Exhibition Center, and so we're just we're doing everything that we can.
So much admiration for people like you, Weldon, and you're staying so calm and composed, even though you're worrying, of course, about your own home, as well as all the people that you're helping protect. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to talk to us during such a challenging situation for you. Thank you, Weldon.
Thank you very much.
Weldon McCallum is the evacuation coordinator for Peter Ballantyne Cree Nation.